Wrestling with Pride fans. 'Tis I, your ringside commissioner, Ruby Baker, and welcome to the very first episode of Beyond the Rainbow, where I will sit down with your favourite Wrestling with Pride superstars and go a little bit behind the curtain, as it were. Now, for everybody, hello to everyone watching live on Facebook, live on the Wrestling with Pride page, to the SME fans out there, hello and thank you for your support this evening. To those of you watching this back on Patreon, boo, you missed out on answering questions, or asking questions rather, live. Where were you? What were you doing? But speaking of Patreon, of course, all of our shows are available on Patreon after, whenever our cameraman, our lovely, lovely cameraman, can get them edited and ready for the folks at home to see. For those of you who can't make it along to one of our live events in Biker, get yourself subscribed. You're missing out on all the action. Now, speaking of action, speaking of our wonderful, wonderful shows in Biker, I'd like to bring on my guest at this time. He is our first ever Pride Revolution champion, the exquisite Eddie Jade.
Hi.
Hello. Hi, love. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Upright, old, and yeah. Well, we'll not go into that. We'll not go into that. Perks of being old pet. You'll get there eventually. So how's it been since you won that lovely, lovely title over your shoulder there?
It has been one incredible, overwhelming fever dream, I guess. It's been wild.
I've seen loads of the pictures of you on your Instagram at the gym with your trainer.
Yeah,
Honestly,
I've been showing this baby off to whoever will look, whoever wants to see, whoever doesn't want to see. I'm like, look what I won.
Look at this pretty thing. I won it. I did a thing. But of course, this is to find out sort of what you're all about behind the character that you see on air. So we've had some questions come in, not just from the fans out there, but even from me, from our director of operations as well. So you're right in for it there, pal.
I better be careful how I answer.
First question we've got for you this evening is, tell us about your journey so far in wrestling.
So, where do I begin? I've been wrestling for 3 years now. It was my 3-year anniversary last month.
Oh.
That's from like starting training.
Mhm.
So I'm 3 years into it. Yeah, I've been training at PCW throughout those 3 years. Really working hard, trying to improve every time I'm in the ring. I've been blessed with some incredible opportunities as well in those 3 years. To say I'm only 3 years and had some of the opportunities that I have,
Mhm.
it's just incredible, to be honest. It's stuff that people don't get until they're like 5 years in, stuff that people don't get until sometimes they might just not get those opportunities. So I've had an incredible run over the last 3 years.
Oh, that's good to hear. You say, as you said, not a lot of people do get some of the opportunities that you may have had so far. So well done, and long may the luck continue. What did we have next here? Oh yes. What would you say is your proudest moment in your wrestling journey so far?
My proudest moment, it's a toss up between two, because obviously winning this and becoming a history maker, being the first ever Pride Revolution champion, is up there. The other one, I would say, probably wrestling in my hometown. We do like a free show every year in the city centre.
Okay. Cool.
So probably that as well. Sorry, my dog's just trying to eat my leg. So probably that too. Yeah.
Oh,
A toss up between those two. This one takes the cake a little bit.
just because there's something shiny to take home with you
Yeah,
afterwards,
yeah.
obviously.
And I'm written in the history books forever now. So.
True. There can't ever be more than one first, so
Exactly.
that's exactly a given. What else have we had here? This is a bit of a generic one, but it gives you room to think. Where do you see yourself in your wrestling journey in 5 years' time?
Oh, 5 years now. I'm getting a little bit old.
No, you're
So
not.
I'm 31 now. So in 5 years' time, I'll be 36. I would still like to be wrestling though. I'd still like to hold this championship in 6 years' time. Longest,
Ooh,
first ever, longest ever. Just putting that out there.
yeah.
Uh,
I wouldn't be
I'd
adverse to
like
saying that a lot.
I'd like to still be wrestling.
Mm.
God willing. If for any reason I can't perform in the ring anymore, then definitely I've always liked the idea of transitioning to a manager. Maybe
Mm.
if the fates allow. So maybe I'd do something ringside maybe. But
Mm.
yeah, in 5 years' time, I still want to be wrestling. I still want to be um working my backside off and
Oh,
putting on a show for everybody and hopefully be even better than I am now. Hopefully I will be in my prime in 5 years. But time will tell. I am getting on a bit. So who knows?
I would say getting on a bit, but I'm not, I'll not bring up my age on this one. Excuse me. Um, who would you say has been the biggest support to you, whether it's personally or professionally or both, in your wrestling journey so far?
Biggest support. My family are incredibly supportive.
Mhm,
I mean, they've always known that I've wanted to do this all my life.
mhm,
They've always been like, he's obsessed with that wrestling stuff. He's never going to go out, is he? So when I told them that I was finally going to do it, they were like,
mhm,
okay. And then they were like, go for it. So I did, and here I am now. My best friend Leanne, she's a massive support as well.
mhm,
She champions everything that I do. Um, Professionally, the lads at PCW, everybody that I train with down there, my
mhm.
coaches, fellow trainees, fellow wrestlers, they've all been incredibly supportive. The messages that I got when I won this was overwhelming. Everyone was just absolutely buzzing. Um, Also, like some of the wrestlers that I don't necessarily train with, but I've worked with at PCW, they've always been really supportive and giving me feedback and what I can do to improve and things that I've done well. Um, yeah, and obviously everybody at Wrestling with Pride since I walked through the door has
Yeah.
just been incredible. I've just felt right at home as soon as I joined the roster. Yeah, everyone's been so supportive and really rooting for me, and it really does mean a lot.
Oh, well, I'm really glad to hear that. So you see, it's nice to have support behind you. I mean, whether it's personal, whether it's professional, it's always good to have somebody who has your back, is in your corner,
Yeah,
in you
definitely.
doing what you love,
Yeah,
and
100%.
that goes for everybody in the business. Where are we? Oh, yes. So just want to take a brief second just to remind everybody that we are on Facebook, we are on TikTok, we are on Instagram. I believe we're on YouTube, but wherever you can find us, if you search for Wrestling with Pride and give us a follow, a like, a share, a subscribe, whatever you can, show some support, and we'll give you all the love in the world right back at you. Anywho, back to torturing Eddie. um, what does it mean? And this comes from our director of operations here. What does it mean to you to be part of Wrestling with Pride?
It means the absolute world to me to be part of Wrestling with Pride. It is something I am really proud of, pardon the pun. It's something that, when I got into this business, there were Pride shows, like annual Pride shows from multiple
Mm,
different companies, which were great, which are great. A lot of LGBT talent gets a great spot on those shows, but Wrestling with Pride being an all year round promotion and just being a promotion for us and our allies, it's just something so special. It's something that hasn't been done before in this country. It's something that is starting a revolution. It's giving more than just a once a year spot on a throwaway cash grab, if you will.
Hmm.
Not to be disrespectful to any of those shows because they are all amazing, but it's not just a once in a year. Oh yeah, you've got a spot on that particular day for that particular match.
Hmm.
It's an all year round. Like you've got the potential to build something incredible and inclusive, and
Hmm.
it's something so special to me, obviously being a part of the community myself.
Oh,
So to be one of the members on the roster that are really spearheading that, and really pushing for it, an all year round company, it's really, really special. It's something that I definitely do not take for granted at all.
I'm glad you said. I'm glad. Yes, it's. I know it's something that means a lot to the boss man.
Yeah.
To be able to give everybody that platform. Oh,
Oh,
we lost you
have we
there for a
got?
sec.
Oh.
We brought the Wi-Fi. We brought the Wi-Fi, folks, but we're back. We're here. We're fine. Um, but you see, it's yeah, you'll be glad to hear that because you see, he knows from a personal perspective what it means to have that platform, to be able to give performers like yourself that platform. And you see, I'm sure he's watching right now. So if you are, hi, boss man. Now this one is also from our dear leader. After you won the Pride Revolution Championship, what
Yeah.
was running through your mind when Shea Monet's music hit and you ended up face to face with him?
I literally barely had time to lift the belt above my head, and I heard his music play, and I was just like, I'm tired. I just had to beat three other people to finally have this moment. So I was like, okay.
Like, Shea, go away.
I was like, all right, okay. I see you, Shay. Um, Coming face to face with Shay was it was I don't know how to describe it. It was almost like all of my hard work had paid off. Like
Hmm.
winning this moments before, but to be face to face with somebody the caliber of a Shea Monet, we all know how incredible and how talented Shay is. We all know that he is one of the best in the world.
Mm.
So to stand face to face and me hold my title up as if to say, "Come get some," it was surreal, but it was exciting because it's like I say, it's like vindication of everything that I've been working for the last 3 years.
Yeah,
It was also very much like, okay, now the hard work starts. I've got the title. Now I've got to
climb the mountain now
really,
to stay up here.
yeah, I'm at the
Yeah.
top of the mountain. So now I've got a huge target on my back. And who, who more appropriate to solidify having a target on your back than Shea Money? Like, if you want someone to be aiming for what you've got, you want it to be somebody like Shea Money.
Mhm.
So first of all, I was gassed. I was trying to
I
catch my
could
breath.
tell. Bless you.
I was gassed
Oh,
trying to catch my breath. But at the same time, I was like excited, a little bit nervous, but it was just very much for me a validating moment.
yeah.
But I was very aware that he has the cash in, so I was like, not right now. Not right
Like,
now.
leave me alone. I'm
Please, not
tired.
right now. I need a moment to breathe.
Bless you.
Luckily,
Oh,
it was just a warning, and I've taken the warning on board, and I'll be ready whenever he wants to come along and try me.
right. And we look forward to hearing from it. And you, shocked faces all around will definitely be up here when it does happen. Um, so this was the one that we had in. What fun fact do you think the fans would be surprised to know about you?
Oh, I'm a little bit boring to be honest. I'm not really. I don't really have that much of a fun fact, I guess. All I really do is sort of like watch wrestling, wrestle. It's kind of my life at the minute.
Yeah.
Um, I am a massive Scream fan, So the Scream franchise, that's like my comfort. They're like my comfort films. Like,
Mm,
if I want to just like, if I'm having like a bad
chill out.
day, I need to like switch my brain off. I'll
Yeah.
put a Scream film on and I will just, yeah. So I guess being a big slasher movie in general fan, um, I guess would be a little fun fact that I guess people maybe wouldn't necessarily sort of expect from me. I guess I think they'd sort of think maybe I'm more into like Mean Girls and stuff, which I am.
Not
But
as much
yeah,
as Scream.
Scream. I know what you did last summer.
Right there,
maybe I've just
from
maybe I've
Gareth.
just written it. Maybe I've just given him a new sequel. I know what you did last summer.
Oh, that's a good one there from our media man. If you were in a Scream movie, do you think you would survive?
Oh no, I'd be first one dead. I would be
You'd be the
first
one giving it the
kill.
full fever and going,
Yeah, I would. I'd try and give it a bit of attitude, like Tatum in the first one, where she's like, "Oh no, don't kill me, Mr. Ghostface. I want to be in the sequel," and then dies anyway. That'd be me. I'm not
"Do-
making it to the sequel. I'm not. I'm not going to be a legacy character. And
I've got it.
at the same time, I don't want to go through that again. Like, I don't want to be chased by
Like, I'm
a man in a
tired. I'm
mask
done.
more
Go
than
away.
once. Just get it over and done with the once. I'm all good. Thank you.
Ah, and we did have another comment of there. I'm not sure if I can say this because it's a bit weird with I'll mouth it so you can see it. Someone said, "You are not boring."
Well, what can I say?
And from the boss man himself, I'd have an asthma attack and die before the killer got me. No, that's my job. That's my
I know,
job. You don't get to die before me.
I'd be gassed by the time the killer
Same.
got to me.
I taste the perks of being in your 30s. Are just you just downhill and fast. um, right. So, oh, this one's a good one. This is a good one. Um, do you have any particular pre-match or show day superstitions?
I don't think I do. I think the only thing that I do a lot before a match is I do like to sort of find a little quiet corner and just sort of sit and take in the moment. I'll sort of do that for as long as I can before the match.
Mhm.
And I just sort of, I guess it is sort of a pre-match ritual. I'll sort of just sit there and I'll be like, right, okay, I know what I'm doing. I know what I need to do. I know how to get from here to here. I've got it. And then I sort of just sit in it and I soak in the moment and I sort of just remind myself who I am. Um, yeah, I like to have just a little quiet moment to myself and just really just be present in my own thoughts and sort of feel any anxieties, any nerves I've got. I welcome them in instead of
Mhm.
trying to distract myself from them. I like to welcome them in and really just because if I welcome them in that moment, I know for a fact as soon as my music hits and the beat drops and I pop through the curtain,
Mhm.
I'm gonna be all right. So
I
I
get.
like to just
Yeah. Of
feel everything beforehand, and
course.
then when I go out there, it's just pure adrenaline. And Eddie Jade is here and put on a performance, and then yeah, yeah. So I'm that's what I mean. I'm quite boring. I just like to be by myself in my own little world.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with loving your own company. Some of the best people are like that.
Yeah.
Um, but I would just like again take a brief moment to shout out our lovely promoter, the Tipsy Cow in Newcastle, who you may have seen one of their resident queens at our last show, Glitter and Grit, Miss Coco Demol. And
Ooh,
oh
Coco.
yes,
Oh.
that was a moment and a half. Let's put it delicately.
She was an
But
icon.
oh, she was an icon, all right. I took one look at the shoes and went, no, no, just no. My ankles can't handle that anymore. But no, ladies and gentlemen, Tipsy Cow, the place to be in the Newcastle gay scene. So get yourself down there, check out their events on Facebook if you're ever interested. They hell of a night out if you're ever in town. Pre-show or post-show. We're always there on a Saturday night.
I've been there before and had the shots, and they are the same.
She was very naughty. Yes, she was very naughty. She was decidedly non-PG. So she did have to go a bit of a telling off for that one. Rude. But again, back to the torture. So this is a bit more of a random section where we're going to either probably get loads in from the audience at this point, I would hope. But quick shot one. What's your favourite drink? Both non-alcoholic and alcoholic, if you are so inclined.
Okay. So non-alcoholic, I have a little penchant, if you will, for a chocolate milkshake.
Ooh.
Chocolate milkshake. It could be just chocolate flavored milk. It could be a full one ice cream milkshake. If it's a chocolate milkshake, that is what is it, Achilles heel? That is my kryptonite, is a chocolate milkshake.
I'd love to say I'm jealous. Just jealous. Hmm.
Alcoholic, I do enjoy. I like a cocktail.
Hmm.
I like an espresso martini.
Ooh,
Yeah,
classy.
I'll put espresso martini. But I also I do quite enjoy a pint of Guinness. That's
Ooh,
always my.
with or without the pattern on top.
Oh, with. I
With.
love. Does his milkshake
Does
bring
your
all?
milkshake bring all the boys to the yard? I hope so.
No comment.
Which means, Taylor, that yes, it does. He also said tea and Jim Beam, which I'm not very alcohol adverse or educated, but that's whiskey, isn't it? I think.
Does he mean tea and
I,
Jim Beam together?
I think so.
Because I could get on board with that, to be honest.
Oh, this
I
is why I
like
don't drink.
is it an Irish coffee where you put Baileys in your coffee?
I think so. Yes,
Yeah,
I've smelled them, but I've never
quite a fan of
tasted them.
that. Quite a fan of that.
Morning after the night before. Um,
Yeah,
would
there we go.
you would you deliberately plan a trip or a holiday to go see a wrestling show in another country?
WrestleMania, yes.
Who wouldn't?
Exactly, goes without saying, doesn't it? Probably for WrestleMania, yeah.
Hmm.
Um, Anything else? Maybe not. But if it was WrestleMania, then I would 100% be going to. I would literally plan my whole life around going to WrestleMania if I had the chance to. It's
Right,
like it's the
whatever when the
ultimate
lottery will go
dream,
on.
isn't it?
It's one of them things. I think everybody's got different ones. You know, I've heard people saying WrestleMania is the dream for like a big birthday or year or whatever.
Yeah,
Or, you know, those people who'll take the trip across the world to go to see New Japan in Tokyo.
yeah.
Or if you're really feeling adventurous, down to Mexico to go see things like AAA and CMLL,
See,
which
I
would
wouldn't
be
be averse to
unreal.
going to Mexico and seeing like AAA, CMLL.
Me
I
too.
wouldn't be
Although
averse against. I wouldn't be against that. But I don't think I'd plan a trip to Mexico for that. But I think if I was going to Mexico and there was an opportunity to go and watch one of those shows whilst
fair.
there, I probably would. Yeah.
That's fair. That's fair. Um, If you weren't wrestling and you were partaking in any other sport, what would it be?
Ooh, I loved tennis when I was younger.
Ooh,
I was a big Roger Federer fan back in the day,
who wasn't?
and I used to play quite a lot. So I'd probably say tennis, which I don't think a lot of people would expect. But yeah, I liked football as well when I was younger, and I still like football now. But I was more into it was wrestling, tennis, football. So
Hmm.
I think if wrestling wasn't a thing, the next choice would be tennis. But I wasn't very good at it, so I don't think I'd be at Wimbledon or anything like that.
But you never know. You could be someone's, tennis life coach. Oh
Get him
god.
Tim Henman on.
um, if there was a movie being made of
Mhm.
your life, who would play you?
Ideally, I'd like to say Zac Efron because he's hot.
Yes, yes, gorgeous.
But when I was in school, I was in like my last year of school when Glee first came out. So I had
Oh.
no facial hair. I had like a swoopy dark fringe. And I used to get compared to Kurt from Glee quite often when I was in high school because I did like choir and stuff like that.
Hmm.
So, so if anyone knows who Kurt from Glee is, Chris Colfer is the actor that plays him. I would probably say Chris Colfer would be probably the ideal choice to play me if Zac
I
Efron obviously wasn't available because clearly uncanny.
I'm saying nothing because I don't. I never watched Glee. That was a bit after my time, unfortunately.
Have a Google after, and it's literally me in high school.
Oh Lord. If you could offer one piece of advice to anybody just starting out in the business, what would it be?
It would be to not have any preconceived notions of who you're going to be in this business.
Hmm.
It's good to know who you are. It's good to have a sense of direction of where you want to go and have a sense of character, but be open to making adjustments
Hmm.
because sometimes things aren't going to go the way you want them to go.
Hmm.
Sometimes you can have really good ideas that just don't necessarily work.
Hmm.
You can I wouldn't say like always be true to yourself and always bet on yourself.
Hmm.
Um but yeah, be open to making little alterations and little changes that might just be the little and say you're doing something one way and it's not
Hmm.
quite connecting because at the end of the day we're storytellers. So if this little thing isn't connecting, if you
Hmm.
can change it to this little thing and then that little thing that's replacing this little thing brings everything together, although this little thing might have been what you had your heart set on, if this little
Oh.
thing is similar to it and is going to sort of bring it all together a little bit more,
Hmm.
it makes sense to just do it. Definitely ask for feedback at every chance you get
Hmm.
because wrestling is very subjective as well.
Hmm.
So what I do might not be for some people. Some people might just not connect with me. They might not like how I wrestle, etc., etc. But other people might. And then, just always ask for feedback and always be willing to accept feedback and take it on board and work on what's given to you
Hmm.
because that's how you learn. If you go into it and you think you're brilliant and everything that you're doing's the right way or everything's going to work.
Hmm.
Unfortunately, it's not, and this business will let you know that it's not.
I've seen so
So
many wrestlers fall for what Eddie has just said and can't deviate. We've all been around sort of wrestling for long enough. I mean, I've been in and around it for, my lord, over a decade now.
yeah,
And he's right. You do see far too many people fall by the wayside because they're not willing to change.
yeah.
Um,
And I don't
but
I
no,
don't mean
good advice.
completely switch up. It's just
No,
little
but
little
evolve.
detail. Yeah, it's little details to evolve, and I
Yeah.
think you have to continuously evolve as well in this business. You
Hmm.
can't sort of be like, oh, I've got to hear this is what I always envisioned. You've always got to elevate.
Yeah, of
Um,
course.
you've always got to bring it up a level.
Hmm.
That's something that I struggled with because I had a very clear idea of who I wanted to be.
Hmm.
Granted, who I wanted to be was just Maurice in Cowprint, to be honest.
The ultimate
I'll be
diva,
honest, I just
obviously.
wanted to be Maurice. Um, but obviously, I had to make little changes and
Yeah.
evolve and change some of my ideas to become who I am and what works for me and what
Hmm.
connects with whoever I'm in the ring with, whoever
Hmm.
is watching me in the crowd, whatever story I'm trying to tell.
Yeah.
There's got to be alterations for that. You've got to allow leeway with that.
All sounds like a Pokemon.
If I'm like a Pokemon, yeah. We don't all start off as Pikachu.
No, we couldn't all be that cute, goddammit. Uh, um, if you were given the chance to go to and perform for one of the big mainstream promotions anywhere in the world, which one would it be and why?
So, I've always been a TNA fan.
Mm-hmm.
I've always liked what they have always like stood for, like the X Division, the Knockouts. I've always enjoyed their work.
Mm-hmm.
Um, WWE, obviously, that's where I fell in love with wrestling. It's where a lot of us fell in love with wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I think I'd work anywhere if I got the opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'd take
Okay.
any opportunity. But I think I would be lying if I didn't say the main one would be WWE.
Mm-hmm.
Just because it's the one that it's the one that I'm the most familiar with. It's the one that
Yeah.
I've watched the most growing up. It's what got me into wrestling. So I
Mm-hmm.
think a lot of us could say the same. Um, do I see it happening? Probably not. But if they came knocking, like if
You
they were
wouldn't
to
say
ring my
no.
phone, I would be a fool to say no. Whatever it was, whether it's if they need extras when they come and do a Raw in England, I'm available. I'm here. I'll do anything.
Same. Hey, nobody would turn that chance down,
No,
even if it was just for 5 seconds.
absolutely not.
Definitely not. Um, what would be your message to performers who don't wash their gear regularly or practice good hygiene?
Sort it out.
Do something about it, you smelly
Yeah, yeah,
insert an SFW word here.
yeah. Let's wash. Let's make sure that we smell good. Let's make sure that we are. At the end, I mean, don't get me wrong. It's on show days. If you're there from the start to the end, you're going to get a bit sweaty, especially in your match. You're going to get sweaty,
Oh,
but like turn up clean, turn up with some spray. Wash your gear.
hashtag sort it out.
Hashtag sort it. Hashtag
Hey,
sort it out. Sort
we're
it out.
starting something here. I love it. We're starting
I
something.
just think it's just be more. What's the word I'm trying to think of here?
Aware?
Be more aware, yeah, and be more courteous of
Mm-hmm.
the people that you're in there with.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, okay, yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I've had some times where I pulled my gear out and I've been like, "Oh, maybe I should have washed
That's a
that
bit
before I came
funky.
to it." I've been like, "Oh, that needs a wash." Like, I've been a bit
What?
like, "Oh, maybe I should have set a bit more time aside." Do you know what I mean? We've all been
Yeah.
guilty of it. Don't get me wrong, but
Oh,
I
that's what
think if
fabric spray is
you,
for.
yeah, I think if you just intend to be as clean as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, you're gonna
So,
sweat. It's a physical sport. It
yeah.
is what it.
Hey, I'm not immune to that either. What era of WWE is your favourite?
I started watching sort of the back end of the Attitude Era as it
Mm-hmm.
was going into like the Ruthless Aggression era.
Mm-hmm.
So probably that's what made me fall in love with it. The
Mm-hmm.
Hardy Boys, Edge and Christian, Trish Stratus, Lita, all those kind of people.
Yeah.
The Rock and Stone Cold, Triple H, they were the top guys. Chris
Big
Jericho.
personalities.
Yeah, they were the ones that were at the very top of the mountain when I started
Mm-hmm.
watching. And yeah,
The
they're all some of the
choice.
ones that made me fall in love with it.
Oh,
So,
no, it's a popular choice. It's a very popular choice. Ooh. About your gear. Now, I've been wanting to ask you this one in person for a little while. What made you decide on cow print?
so I really wanted something that was going to make me stand out.
Mm-hmm.
I was sort of very much like, when I first started wrestling, I was like, right, the wrestling isn't coming to me as quickly as I want. But if I can have a character that people can be like, okay, then as the wrestling progresses, the character can elevate and the two can come together. And I think
Mm-hmm.
that I've managed to do. I'm still doing that. I'm not saying I'm perfect. I'm far from it. But I was looking around and I was seeing all these animal print. And originally I wanted like zebra print because I just
Mm-hmm.
really liked zebra print. But a few people were doing it, and I was like, no one's doing cow print. And like I suffer with psoriasis, plaque psoriasis.
Mm-hmm.
So I have like patches of psoriasis. People have probably seen it when I've performed or on
Mm-hmm.
photos. I get like patches of psoriasis around my body, mainly on like my back and my torso.
Hmm.
And I always say it's like my cow print because
Ah,
I used to be really ashamed of it. And sometimes
yeah.
I do still get insecure about it, but now I'm just
Hmm.
like, it is what it is. It's just skin. My skin repairs itself too quickly. That is
Hmm.
literally it. My immune system is too fast when it comes to repairing my skin cells. So
Hmm.
why am I out here like wanting to hide it and cover up and feeling ashamed of it when actually I started to like lean into it a little bit. I do try and cover it still just because
You're still
just my
self-conscious
own.
about it at the end of the day.
Yeah, of
Yeah.
course, and I always will be. But
Yeah.
I don't feel too bad about it when it is on show because I just think somebody in the crowd might be feeling insecure about it,
Yeah.
and I'm up on a stage or in a ring, and I'm just like, yeah, this is who I am.
Yeah.
So the cow print ended up sort of. It was initially just, oh, it's something different. I don't see people wearing it,
Yeah.
but then it sort of transformed into a bit more of a message and a bit more of a personal statement
Like a
of,
signature.
yeah, like it
Yeah.
sort of signifies, is that a word? It sort of like for me, it's
Hmm.
it represents like I've got psoriasis. Sometimes it looks like patches of cow print.
Deal with it.
Deal with it.
Yeah.
It's my body. It's my body. If it doesn't affect me, it doesn't. It's why is it affecting you?
Exactly. Love that. Oh, lot of love for the cow print. And then the last one that I've got here is, oh yes, actually, where did the name Eddie Jade come from?
So Eddie Jade is. It came from. So my grandfather was called Edward, and everyone
Hmm.
called him Eddie. If you called him Edward, he gave you the death stare. I mean, to be fair, if I called him anything other than Grandad, I got the death stare. So, um, but he was Eddie, and he was sort of when I really got into wrestling when I was a kid. All my
Hmm.
family, they're not wrestling fans. They all thought it was silly, but my granddad would sit there and he'd watch it with me, and he wouldn't be bothered that it was on the some like my aunties, my grandma, my dad, my mum. They'd be like, "Oh, wrestling again."
Again. Yeah.
Whereas my granddad would like watch it with me, and there was
Hmm.
a channel called the Wrestling Channel when I was younger, and they
I does
used to.
sound vaguely familiar.
Yeah, it was on Sky, and
Hmm.
I found this channel one day, and it was old. I think it was like World of Sport they were playing, and
I grew up on that.
my granddad was like, "Watch this! Like it's different. It's not what you're used to." He was like, "But watch it." So I ended up watching like Johnny Saint and people like that on there, and I was like, "Oh, this is different, but I like it." Like, because obviously it's
Uh,
old school. It's like British rounds and stuff like that. And I'd never watched that before because all I'd watched up until that point was WWE.
yeah.
And yeah, he passed away in 2019 before I
Oh,
started wrestling.
yeah.
So it just made sense for me to take his
To
name.
name yourself after him. Well, that's
And then
lovely. It genuinely is.
yeah, and then the Jade part, I always wanted something that wasn't gonna be necessarily gender conforming.
Mm.
I
Okay.
always wanted it to be a little bit androgynous of a name.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm just like I'm not that bothered about it. Do you know what I mean? My pronouns are he, him, but I'm all for however you want to identify. I'm all for like breaking gender norms and stuff like that. I'm all for it. So my best friend, she was called Jade, and I used to watch Total Divas with her. She never really watched wrestling, but she was a big
Yeah.
Bella Twins fan on Total Divas.
Hmm.
I'm a big Bella Twins fan just because of the Bella
In
Twins.
general.
It's just in general, like I just
Of course.
Nikki Bella, I'm obsessed with.
Hmm.
Um, she passed away 2 years before I started training. She sadly took her own
Mm.
life, and
It's
it just
awful. I'm
made
sorry.
sense that those were the two people that I used to watch Total Divas with Jade. I used to watch Wrestle with my granddad, and I
Hmm.
just thought, what a way to build a character
And
that
yeah, one of the two people like who loved it the
sort
most
of
with you.
keeps both, yeah, that keeps both of those names alive, and it brings those names into something that they wouldn't have brought themselves into,
Hmm.
and yeah, so that's why my name is Eddie Jade, to honour
Oh,
both of them and to keep
oh,
them alive. And yeah, I do a little
that's
kiss to
fine.
the sky when I do my little neck breaker. I always do a little kiss to the sky, and I'm like, Jade, please make me land
Um,
safe.
I've
Please don't let me
seen you
break my
do
neck.
that, and I did wonder what that was about. So, oh, that's beautiful, really.
Yeah.
Um, what else was there? Oh yes, much love from the boss man there. So, lot
Thank
of
you,
love in the
boss
room.
man.
A lot of love in the room for the story behind the name, which is it's always a fun little tidbit to find out about anybody. Um, last one, dream opponent. Who would be your dream opponent?
So I have a feeling this might be a little bit of a segue, but I will go first. First off, if I
Nearly.
was going to have an absolute dream match with anybody in the world,
Mhm.
I would have to say there were the two in mind. I would want to be in a tag team with Trish Stratus,
Ooh,
taking on the Bella Twins.
ooh,
Yeah.
I,
Or these big matches are not one on ones; they're tag matches. I'd also love to have any tag team partner, in a
mhm.
triple threat tag against Edge and Christian and the Hardy Boys.
Nice. I'd do that, and I'd even wrestle, and
Do you
I'd
know
do that.
what? Throw me in a TLC match with them. Throw me
That's
in a TLC match. I'll go for it. I'll go off a ladder. I'll go for a table.
that's brave.
I'll only do
That
it the
is
once, and
brave.
I'll only do it for Edge and Christian or the Hardy Boys.
Oh, legitimately, that is incredibly brave. Don't think I could do that. Getting in the ring a lot at all scares me. Um, as far as I'm aware, that is the end of the questions that we've actually got. Unless the media man, have we had any more in the comments? I'm sure we're going to get a yes or a no in a second. I haven't seen anything pop up. Um, But no, we do have a little nothing more. No worries at all. Thank you for that there, Mr. King of Media. Um, so we do have a little something special to be played here if the media man
Mhm.
is ready for us.
Priscilla, babe,
Oh,
what's the matter?
Eddie. Eddie, I'm sorry, darling. I'm just feeling a little bit down. I was looking forward to our match, and I was looking forward to challenging for that beautiful Pride Championship, but I just feel disappointed that match got ruined. You know, we've been looking forward to this one-on-one
Yeah.
for such a long time, and before I go out, I just want to have a proper match against you and showcase what we're all about.
Well, speaking of that, I have a little proposition for you. So I have spoken to Taylor T, Director of Operations at Wrestling with Pride, and he has given me permission to offer you another shot at the Pride Revolution Championship. Now, we do have a lot of history. We have always wanted a one-on-one. I've always wanted a championship match against you. So going into it as the champion, you know what they say, to be the queen, you've got to beat the queen.
You know what, Queen? You're on.
Wow, and there you have it, folks. A
Yes.
little bit of an exclusive there for those of you who are maybe undecided yet about coming along in November. Let that be the thing that makes the decision for you. I believe we have a match graphic for this one
Oh,
there, Mr. Media
do
Man.
it.
Is it official?
Oh.
Ooh, because he's magic. No graphic?
No graphic. Oh, we'll have to wait for
Shocking.
the graphic.
Oh.
We'll
Well,
have to
that
wait for
will
the
be out
graphic.
soon, I am sure. But, ladies and gentlemen, let me announce here exclusively tonight that in November 29th at Biker and St. Peter Social Club at Pride and Punishment, it will be Priscilla versus Eddie Jade for the Pride Revolution Championship. If that doesn't wet your whistles and get you along there, then nothing will. So get your tickets now before that room sells out, because it will. It will. Now that we've made that, tickets will be flying out the door. We did just have one last little question pop up in the comments there. What's your next goal?
My next goal. I think my next goal is really just keeping this momentum. I've had an absolutely incredible year this year, wrestling wise. I've managed to represent both PCW and wrestling with pride. It's been really fun. I've wrestled at Rascals as well a few times, which has been really fun. So my next, I don't have a specific goal. I don't know what my dog's doing over there. I don't have a specific goal. I think it's just keep working hard, keep on this trajectory, and try and keep this momentum going, and go as far as I can, and push myself beyond my limits. Beat Priscilla. Let's just put that out there. Beat Priscilla. That's going to be my next goal.
Brother Stamp, huh?
Priscilla is honestly one of my favorite people in this entire world.
Mhm.
In the ring, out of the ring, we are incredibly close friends. She's one of the reasons I got into the business. So that match, going into a match against her, and me
Mhm.
being the champion, me being the one with something on the line, means so much. We had a
Mhm.
little title versus title at PCW that kind of got interrupted and it went out the window, which we were both a little bit gutted about. But
Mhm.
never fear, because in Biker in November we are having that one-on-one, and I'm just so excited to just get in there with her and just have a real competitive match.
Yeah. Good. Well, one last one here, and this is going to take the first answer that comes into your head before we close up for the evening. Who do you want to face next on the roster, and why?
Oh, everybody.
Mad Massive Rumble,
Everybody.
everybody go.
I think everyone brings something really unique to the roster.
Mm-hmm.
I think we've got some really great characters, some really great wrestlers.
Mm-hmm.
I've got a list of who I want to wrestle. There's a list. So Jimmy
Well, who's top of that
Kumar,
list?
Dante
Oh.
Serafino, Danny Kaye.
Mm-hmm.
They're the three that stand out to me immediately. Also, Sassy Bear. I've teamed with him before.
Mm-hmm. Of course.
So I think it'd be fun to have a little match with Sassy Bear. I think
Ooh.
he just makes me laugh.
Do have a
Like
big sassy fan there behind the buttons. Yes, our cameraman is a massive sassy fan, and I can't say I blame him. But thank you. I'd like to say thank you to Eddie for coming on this
Thank you
evening,
for
and
having me.
well, honestly, it's been an absolute pleasure to have you here on the debut episode of Beyond the Rainbow. I hear there's quite a few names and faces ready to follow in your footsteps and join me here for a bit of a torture. um,
I
but no, it's
survived.
oh, we'll talk about that in November.
Maybe I would
um,
survive Scream.
oh, well, to be fair. But I just want to take a second to remind everybody, keep an eye out on our socials, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, wherever you can find us. Yep, there we go. Information at the bottom of the screen there. Keep an eye out for match cards, updates, news, promos, whatever you want. Like, share, spread the love around. Remember again, Tipsy Cow, the place to be on the gay scene in Newcastle, our lovely sponsors there. And of course, our Patreon. Get yourself subscribed today, because that is the only way to see our shows if you can't be there in person. And it will be worth a subscription, I promise you that. Even if it's just for our lovely champion here alone. But before we finish the show for this evening, Eddie, do you have anything else that you would like to say to the Wrestling with Pride fans?
I just want to say thank you to the Wrestling with Pride fans. The amount of love that I've received since winning this championship has been incredibly overwhelming. I went into that match very much the underdog.
Mhm.
I didn't I didn't know what the outcome was going to be, and then when I pinned Donny Bolt in the middle of the ring and the realization hit me that I was making history and had the privilege to carry the Wrestling with Pride name
Mhm.
as the first ever champion. Yeah, I'm just filled with gratitude, and I hope that I make everyone proud. Yeah, I'm just gonna. So yeah, just thank you to everyone at Wrestling with Pride for really cheering me on and continually like supporting me and yeah, I'm just really grateful, genuinely, really grateful,
Cool.
and I can't wait to put on another show in November. Me and Priscilla are gonna put on a killer match. It's gonna be so much fun,
An
and
absolute pleasure to watch.
oh,
Well, thank
I'm
you.
so
Thank,
excited.
well, thank you, Eddie. It has been an absolute pleasure getting to sit down and have a chat with you here.
Thank you very
I
much.
hope everybody watching both live on the Wrestling with Pride Facebook page and on SME, thank you again for the love from those guys over there. And who's watching this back on Patreon will tune in next time for whoever we've got sitting down on the other side of that screen. But for
Ooh.
now, I have been your host, Ruby Baker, and he has been your first ever Pride Revolution champion, Eddie Jade. It's been a pleasure, and I will see you next time beyond the rainbow. Have a good night,
Bye.
everyone. Bye.